Good morning, everybody. We are headed to pick up a brand new machine. It's fun having buddies that like buying stuff and then they send you to go get it. That takes care of the urge for myself to want to go buy stuff because my buddies go do it, hire me to go pick it up. Good deal. So we are headed down to Sacramento, and we are taking the Wheatland route, which is the back route-ish. I don't know, it's kind of like a 6 half dozen to 1 kind of a deal. We can go one way, go the other way. That way is through Sac, Harttown, and man, there is traffic, there's DOT scales, and this way GPS clocked it at 8 minutes longer. You're going through the rice fields, went by the Air Force Base, you know, and just orchards. So I'll go ahead and cruise this route. This is just seems a lot nicer. We ain't got anything to hide, but man, it's just nice to cruise. Just nice to cruise. So we got ourselves 34 minutes left with 33 miles. And we're gonna pick up this brand new machine, take it up to the ranch, drop it off with the boys. Hey, we are here. Yanmar Dealer. We're gonna go get this thing loaded up, walk around a little bit, and then I'm gonna tell you guys a story
turn right
about this place and just the irony of, I don't know, how things work out. Entrance. Do not enter that one. We want this one. We're here to pick up a steel track 100. Looks like I got plenty of little ones. Yanmar. It's funny, I didn't even realize that Yanmar was red. I've always seen them with the yellow tone. Oh, look at that. A nice second gen. There it is, right there, boys. Just past the forklift guy. Park it up right here. I wonder if they got one of those new ASVs, because that's why I know this place. Alright, well, I'm just going to kind of swing over here. I don't have... Whoa, look at that roller. Oh, jeez. Oh, okay. It's got tires on the back. Yeah, that one can be loaded. Not that double smooth BS. Man, they got a lot of equipment here. Yeah, we'll just leave it right here. Sounds good. Fancy today. Lost my remote for the other one. So check this rig out. I can't tell you guys the price, but there's a reason why they went with this one. Man, deal on it. That's all I'll say. Deal. Good job, trailer. Quick grapple, quick coupler, brand spanking new. Looks like she's got keys in it. He said talk to a guy about the keys, but the keys were in it, so. Put in the backup controls. Oh, okay. That one? Yeah. Looking underneath the Alrighty, folks, we are loaded up and headed out of here. Turn all my lights on because I like to run my lights during the daytime. My sunglasses at night. We'll wait for this one car. Right. So, kind of funny coming down here talking to these boys because before V-Belt & Son, before knowing Global or anything like that, I hit these guys up to try buying an ASV because it's local. Either that or we're going to order from Romac in Texas. We had to get ahead from them, and then the ASV came from a neighboring dealer, something like that. Anyway, so I called them so I could get a demo with it. And I talked to them a couple times. Oh yeah, we're waiting for a machine to come out this and such date. And I was like, all right, cool. Just let me know. And that date came and passed. So I ended up hitting the guy up again, seeing if he had any customers that had an ASV in the area that I could go demo. And he's like, oh, I'll call you back in the next couple days. That's been 6 years. And it's funny, I actually talked to the owner. That's who walked up in the time lapse. And he was wondering how I heard about them and if I bought the machine. So I was telling him the story, and I was like, yeah, I actually tried to buy something off you guys a while back. And you guys never called back, and he was like all apologetic and everything. But I mean, I guess just stuff slips under the radar every once in a while. Hindsight, we met Global. I'm happy with them, but these guys seem pretty fair going, and they gave my buddies a super good deal on this machine. It feels like about towing an 080. The sticker on it says 21.9 with steel tracks and 21.7 with rubbers. People say steel tracks would outweigh it. Rubber tracks are just rubber caging, cable, and steel. But got ourselves an hour and 13 minutes back to my house. And we gotta go out the roads. Going pretty good. Just kind of funny how that all worked out. That was a story I want to share with you guys.
Turn left onto Elkhorn Boulevard.
They also had Iron Bowl dealer. And I almost bought an Iron Bowl from them, but their delivery rig was an Iron Bowl trailer, and it was falling apart. So, silver lining. Some deals fall apart for a reason. Some people don't call back for a reason, not because they forgot about you. It just, that's how it happens. So hopefully this Yanmar does really well. It feels like a nice machine. It's super, it's about as wide as the Mechalak, which is just about right. Yeah, time to hop on the highway. People say they towed stuff on flat ground and somewhere in this neighborhood of heaviness with a pickup and they were scared. Man, yeah, I realize stuff can go south for any reason, any point in time. But shoot, this is just like driving Miss Daisy right now.
In about 11 miles,
already up over to the speed limit.
70 north.
Just trying to get flow of traffic. You don't want to be restricted to your 55. Get up here, traffic's doing 95, and then get ran into. So merge safely and effectively. We got 11 miles. Then we got to get on North 70. That boy just standing there drinking a Red Bull on the side of the road. It's just my mindset from when I was towing with my 08 5500 to this. Like, I didn't want to tow anything more than 20,000 pounds. Look at that, Nova. And I think it was just restricted because that Texas Pride trailer was just a rough go at things because it was just weak brakes, suspension was untrustworthy. Got this, my trailer brakes are set on level 2 out of 10. And we're on the highway, I'm gonna go ahead and crank them up to 2.5 just to reassure myself we got something else left. No problem. Steel track though, I don't want to carry rubber mats. Remember my buddy back in the day, he used to have rubber mats all the time, and now I see why. Rubber mats and a winch. Why I didn't have my winch with me on the other trailer the other day hauling that roller is that new toolbox I put on the neck, when I flipped it sideways because of the deck on the neck, the winch doesn't fit in there anymore. So that's why I didn't have it. So I just need to get rid of the toolbox. This is also messing with my chain rack. Got a buddy right there. Where he come from? we made it to some hills, otherwise known as the place where fuel goes to die. Check it out. Third gear, exhaust brake. This is, I mean, the machine does say 22,000 pounds on the door tag, but I'll tell you what, the Prime Tech, when I towed it through here, it was mandatory to go to second gear because it would just be running away from me in third. And it's holding no problem. Spent a lot of time in second and third gear once you get in these hills. We'll see how it does going up the big pet hill, my tester hill that I've showed many a times on here. Are you guys ready for this mofo right here? Oh, there's a truck right there. Dang it. It stopped.
In 3.8 miles, turn right on 5.
Man. Might just ride second gear out. Let's see here. 25. I don't know if she's going to take third. 30 mile an hour and wound out second. .30 mile an hour into third. 35 by the top. I'm not full throttling it. I got more to give, but it just seems pointless. I don't want it to force a downshift. Cool. 35. That's all right. All right, we're gonna get a superhero run at this one. It seems like no matter what truck you're in, what you're hauling, just the corners alone don't quite let you stretch much more than, say, 60 to get a run up at this hill. I got 63 out of it right here. But this little corner right at the bottom of it, I feel like it needs a downshift, but it doesn't have enough. As soon as it hits the bottom of the hill, it'll force a downshift. Now, I could just keep my foot in it, hammer down, but we're losing steam. We're down to 50. But we got to turn right at the top. Looks like we're going to go down to third. This is where the high output comes into play. Just don't quite got enough in the tank to keep it lit. I don't think that's too bad. All things considered, a 22,000 pound machine, that's like what the old Prime Tech weighs. Get all fussed up about that. I'm pulling at 40. I'll take it. Hey, we made it up the big hills. Now we just got a bunch of back roading down to the ranch. Get this rig dropped off. Why they went with the Yanmar. Talk about that. I even tried to get him to buy my dad's old excavator, the small one, just because it's going to be quite a bit cheaper, and I was just going to bankroll that money into a Mechalek 6 for us, because that would be freaking sweet to have another mech. If I could tell anybody to ever buy a machine, like what machine to get for an excavator, I would say get a Mechalek. But Mechalek is out of a lot of people's price range. I'm not going to lie, they are not cheap. So when it came down to a regular excavator, for ranch use, they touch base with every brand there was, hit up every dealer in our area. Global was cool enough to actually pull some strings on some stuff, but they just couldn't compete with the Yanmar price. They had a couple prices that went out, and then they threw a price that just, I was like, man, yeah, I couldn't blame me on choosing the Yanmar. So far their service seems to be good. So far the service seems to be pretty good. They actually dropped off a loaner machine at the ranch just to keep these boys entertained while they're waiting on this 100 to show up. So we're gonna get down there and unload this and see if we got time to play around on both machines. It actually, by taking it's not really even the scenic route, but the route less traveled, GPS literally clocked it at 10 minutes longer. And we're hitting right there at that. So this, I don't know, the day is kind of getting away. It's going to be most of the day just going and doing this, and it doesn't really seem like it. But one thing after another. See how much time we got to play with these machines. 4 low it is. day and second, you over-eager son of a gun. Tried it in third the other day with that roller. Screw that. I had to downshift right before that next cattle guard. I think these fancy new automatics that derate you in 4 low, which, whatever. I just want to be able to lock up at a lower speed. Because this cattle guard right here is in a terrible spot. We're like right on the property line right here. And we go up the property line and then we're going to cut left. So this thing is in a corner. Not ideal. I'm going to get some more speed. It's kind of crazy that the 08 pulled it up that and it had less trouble with the 080 and a bunch of buckets. We just got her down to the ranch. I'm gonna do unload this thing quick, and then I'll do a comparison. Just a brief first-hand impression. Man, the 80 looks tiny compared to this thing. This thing is a hoss. But then it's got like a small turret. However that makes sense. But we'll end this one off just by showing you guys how the gravel's holding up around here. I think it actually turned out pretty good. This spot over here is just probably should have just put a big culvert over there and then had this all lifted, but this ends up being our V ditch for all the drainage, and it got a little soggy right here. Looked like they tried to compact it and fix it up a little bit. Not bad. Yeah, they went through a couple times with the smooth drum. He's over there. Old Betty Crusher, that's what we'll call that thing. Abandoned backhoe, still abandoned. Moves and drives now. I got another video on that. We're gonna enter here. Thanks for tagging along with me today, guys. I'm gonna get this thing unloaded, do a little first-hand impression of the two of them hanging out together. See ya.